What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Taville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning James Buster Douglas. And he had this to say about his reaction on Mike Tyson's comeback sparring, or should I say, mitts demonstration. And he said that Mike Tyson looked very good. Mike Tyson looked like he could be a great representative for all the fighters over 50 years old, to let people know that just because you're over 50, just like himself, you still have it. You may still have it. There is hope for you. And I wanted to talk about that today. You see Mike Tyson, he fluctuated in weight. You've seen him fat. You've seen him smaller. Now you see him kind of a happy medium. He looks very good, but a lot of that is genetics, though. Despite what's been going on in his life, throughout his life, all of his life, at 53 years of age, he's able to whip himself back into shape, go with the notions, get tough when the tough gets going, so to speak, because that's how you have to be. You have to have that no retreat, no surrender type of attitude when it comes to preparing yourself to get back in that fight, to train. And I'll say this: if you look at Mike Tyson and you look at Buster Douglas, James Buster Douglas went home out of the depressive state and gained 400 pounds. A lot of people always rate themselves from what he did to Mike Tyson, but it's how he fell off. And a lot of fighters have done that same thing. Think about it. Buster Douglas made it to the height of his stardom, and then fell from grace. Got beat by Evander Holyfield, then went into a depressive state, and then gained 400 pounds, right? Who else did that same thing? Shannon Briggs did the same thing. Got up to 400 pounds, got depressed, got to eating. Tyson Fury, right? Getting the championship, dethroning Klitschko, right? The Rain Killer, dethroning Klitschko, and then gaining 400 pounds also. So it's something about that magic number of 400 pounds that gets to people, and they overeat and, become depressed or whatever. But it just shows you about Mike Tyson and about all these fighters, that they can come back, that they can, redeem themselves, and it's surprising to hear about Buster Douglas co-signing for that, because he's the guy that beat the guy. Imagine Vitalik Klitschko coming back to the sport of boxing, right? And he looks very good with dynamic, explosive punches, and he looks very strong and powerful and fast. And someone like Lennox Lewis saying, "Hey, he still has it." You know what I mean? That is an impressive thing, and it's an encouraging comment to make and to hear from the ex-champion James Buster Douglas, because a lot of times, older fighters, especially retired fighters, they tend to pull themselves down like crabs in a barrel. They are not that like James Buster Douglas himself. I'm looking at him in the interview with Kugan Cassius, and he looks like he's about, at least 260, 280. Okay, I couldn't see his whole main frame, but looking at his face, he looks like a big boy. He looks like he's put back on the weight, because he did lose all the weight once upon a time and came back in there and fought a guy, a Chicago fighter named Monaco, and was hit after the belt and didn't come back to the sport of boxing since, right? So I think that Mike encouraged him, because he might want to say, you know what, if Mike Tyson can do it, so can I. I'm the guy that beat the guy, so why can't I'm the guy that beat the guy do what Mike Tyson's doing? Again, he said that he's a representative from everybody over 50 years old, and he shows that he's a good example, ambassador, right, of the men that's over the 50-year-old mark, that show you that they are still a threat, that they are worth something, because a lot of times people look at someone 50, hey, you're over the hill, right? So it was good to hear Buster Douglas say that about Mike, to co-sign, but it was impressive. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Mike Tyson, this could have been 10 years ago, and Mike Tyson's hitting the mitts, and he would still look impressive. You know what I mean? And people would still be impressed. But even more so 10 years after that, to this day. So It does look good, people. You guys tell me what you think about Buster Douglas's comments. I'll leave the link below. Let you guys check out the full the full video, and it's a very informative video on how he beat Mike and all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think. Please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.